get a chance to one and only the legend of the industry, which is Dennis Yu, my friend. So I've just activated the 5-minute timer. Within the next 5 minutes, your Dennis Yu and me will start today's session. Thank you. The last 2 minutes, folks, quickly just go ahead and switch on your cameras so that we are going to be starting in the next 2 minutes. Please switch on your cameras, everyone, quickly. All right, folks. So we are going to be starting the next 42 seconds. Dennis, I will just make you the co-host and give you the option to go ahead and just unmute yourself.
Fantastic.
Thank you, man. All right, guys. In the next 30 seconds, we are going to have Dennis Yu live on the screen. All right, the clock has struck, and right now the big thing is going to be starting. Let's welcome every one of you, India, the biggest man right now on the Facebook ads on the planet. one and only Dennis Yu, my friend, in front of you. Can we have all the cameras to be switched on to welcome with a big round of applause the one and only Dennis Yu? Please quickly switch on the cameras. It's not going to be the full day. Make sure that we will have every one of you live on the screen to have the one and only Dennis Yu and welcome him for today's session. Dennis, a big, big, big warm welcome from India to you, man.
Fantastic. Greetings, Anuran, and thank you. So tell me, what is, if you had a magic wand, all of you guys, put into the chat, what is the one thing you would like to have happen in this session? What is your big goal? Because I want to show you guys today some of the latest techniques on that I'm applying that have been fantastic, helping our friends make more money online and grow their personal brand, grow their trust, grow their business. Learn all the skills. Mastering Facebook ads. Start earning. What else? Earning daily. Okay. So those of you guys, financial freedom, become millionaire. Oh, I love it. I love it. Creating the technology right now, which is going to come after 5 years. Okay. Okay. You know, all of us, we want to make more money for our families, right? We want to use online marketing to grow our businesses. And we all know, about ChatGPT, about the power of Facebook ads, about the power of all these other systems. But when the system doesn't understand who you are, then it's harder for it to optimize. Just like, with Facebook ads, if you're not passing through the conversion signal through conversion API, the system can't optimize to your conversion. It thinks all leads are the same unless you can demonstrate lead quality. Creational income source, earning secrets, Facebook ads. Okay. I want to show you a couple things that I would like you to do. And okay, can you see my screen? You can see on or on here, right? I want you to do this. Go to this little tool we built. So I'll put it into the chat. Or you could just do a search for Blitz Metrics Knowledge Graph. Let me put it into the chat here for you guys. Where did the little chat thing go? There it is. Okay. So there it is. I put it into the chat. And I want all you guys to type your name in to see what does Google have to say about you. Because this is going to flow all the way through to ChatGPT, to Facebook, and all these other folks. You see that? So I'm going to start with Google, and I'm going to show you how it flows all the way through. I was a search engine engineer back in the late 1990s, if you can believe that or not. That's like 25 years ago. And what people don't understand is that when people do a search, everything is driven by this database, right? If you look at, what we did as a search engine is we took all the information that was out there and then put into a database of objects called the knowledge graph. And now we're trying to associate information with those objects. And the objects are you, the companies that you work with, products that you like, any noun that's there. And then each of these objects has an ID and it has information associated with it. And then there's a confidence score. This is not a score that I'm providing. This is a score that Google is providing. We're just hitting their knowledge graph API to get this. And you can type in any person or any company or any event or anything, any object you want to look at here. And then we look at it on Google, right? And we can see here's Honoron, podcast, up cult, Instagram, make money online, right? And people are asking, look at this. When people type in your name or they type in Anuran, they want to know, who is Anuran Das? And you can see these other pieces of information that are associated with him. And now check this out. This is crazy that I was just meeting yesterday with an entrepreneur who does $107 million a year. I'm not sure what that is in other currency, but he had something just like Honor on here. And you see the triple dots right here. And notice the URL here is google.com. And then here's the KGM ID, the knowledge graph ID for this object, which in this case is our host and leader here. So this only shows up when there's a knowledge panel, right? This is a knowledge panel, part of a knowledge panel. Click on the triple dots and here claim this knowledge panel. Hey, Anurag, are you there?
Yes, brother, I'm
Yeah.
here already.
Okay. You see this here? See where
Yes,
it says get verified?
yes,
This is something you're already amazing, but this is going to change your life. I'm going to show you this right now.
sure.
So he's going to come in and claim his knowledge panel and click on the get verified. Now, if this blue button shows up, that means this knowledge panel is not verified. So then click on get verified. And then what I want you to do, Aniran, is say, yes, this is me. Now notice this is Google's form. This is not my tool. The only thing that's my tool was the hitting the API to be able to return the results, right? The little search thing I showed you, right? You say yes. You say yes, this is me. Say yes, I'm this person. And then you see this box here. Tell us why you're claiming this knowledge panel. Now, if you are lucky enough that you have a knowledge panel, like we showed here in the search for him, and all those results that show up are actually you, because we come back here and we can see there's this first one, confidence score 24. Here's a second one, third one. Actually, how many are there? There's a lot. Well, it's 14 of these here, right? Some of them may be you, some of them may be combinations of other people with the same name. Let's see what the second one is. This looks like you as well. This actually looks like it might be a better result because this knowledge panel has a lot of the same things, which means Google has confusion, right? Because for this, Google has these separate objects that all have some of the same things because there's so much information about Anuran that it's fragmented and spread across. Is this you? Are you a student at Narasimha College?
Yeah, that was me long back.
Okay. Futures and options trader, the X stuff here. Okay. Videos. Anuran Das, fake or real. I wonder where that's from. Up cult, fake or real. Okay. So there's also a LinkedIn that's attached to this knowledge panel. So this might even be a better one to claim than that first one. Let me see if we go to this. I don't think any of these are claimed. So do you see why this is both a good and a bad thing? There's so much information about you that Google um, has trouble realizing that this is you, right? And I want all you guys to understand how this applies to you, even if you don't have a knowledge panel yet, right? You need to you search your name or when we look at one of these, maybe one of these has other people with the same name. All right. You see, this actually is you. You see all this?
Yeah.
Podcast. Are you a franchisee or
No,
this is
no,
someone
this one
else's
is not me.
name?
This one is not me.
Okay. So even though a lot of these items are him, this is not you, is it?
No, this is not me.
Someone else. Okay.
Threads is me.
So if you tried to claim this one, you would get rejected because it's not all your items. So we need to find the best one that is actually you. So I would say that second one so far. So
Correct.
none of them have a super high confidence score. Okay, that goes lower. What is this frog? Hmm, interesting. A beak. What is this? Okay, fungus. Interesting. So this is what Google thinks when we type this in, right? This is not my results. This is what we're just hitting their API, right? So I
Correct.
think, actually, I think this one is the best result. Let's look at this third one. I think this is someone else, right? Yeah, this has got some other stuff. So we wouldn't try to claim that. But provided that here, okay, so this second one, so we would come in and this is the box, provided you have a knowledge panel and it is all of your stuff in here and you choose the most authoritative one of them, then most people at this point is when they get rejected by Google when they submit. Because what do? Because it says here, they don't really give instructions. They just say, tell us why you are claiming this knowledge panel, right? And they say, oh, because I want to have a knowledge panel. And then you get rejected, right? So what you need to do is you go to ChatGPT and say, in this case, you put in your name, but I'm just going to say, I'm going to pretend to do it for him, is wanting to claim by the way, if you don't know who I am, it's not a big deal. I'm a big believer in demonstrating how to do stuff instead of like, because I could just like lecture you and talk. And a lot of people, they talk about, whatever on making money online, but I'd love to be a demonstrator and love to demonstrate live how to do any particular thing because there are people who have made a lot of money a long time ago. And so they can continue to talk about this. And that's great. But what they did however many years ago might not be valid right now, right? Because things change. So I always demonstrate from real examples, and I want to show today with a lot of real examples that have happened just in the last week of things that have worked, right? Isn't that fair? Okay. So please put together a detailed, and I have to type this instead of speaking it because I think with Zoom, sometimes the audio like doesn't work. Actually, let me just try this. My friend Anuran Das wants to claim his knowledge panel on Google, and there's the box explaining why we need to claim the knowledge panel. Put in everything you can that's detailed, that shows who he is as a podcast host, the companies he's associated with, like Upcult, and any specific achievements, relationships, events, things that show that he is worthy of getting a knowledge panel that also tie to EEAT and PAA. Okay. Let's see that this comes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't come through. Okay. Even though I repeated myself, that's fine. And then I want to give it information. So I'll say, this one, this URL. Or if I'm doing an audit, because I want to set up a company for Facebook ads, I might put in some conversion data. I might pull in data from the Facebook ads library, right? And if I want a really good answer, I might tell it to think hard, but then I have to wait a few minutes for it to come back to do deep research, right? Which we don't have time today, but I might say think hard somewhere in there. Okay. So Anand, is this good? Okay.
Yes, absolutely,
Now
man. That's good. Absolutely.
write uh, what we should put in box to claim. And I normally t speak. Most of the time I talk to it. Why is it better to talk to it than to type at it? Okay. So then this is good. Why is this good? If we come into this box, and then put this in here. Because what we're doing is we're reflecting back the specifics that Google's looking for, right? Now, I can't submit for him. I mean, I could claim I'm a representative or whatever, but it's always better for the person or organization or whatever, the company that you want to claim to do it themselves. And then you next you upload a selfie with the ID, like a passport. And then the next stage, you show that you are logged in to the items that are showing here, such as your LinkedIn, your Instagram, all of these ones here. You want to show not just if I come here and I look at his podcast, I have to be able to show that I'm an admin here, right? I'm not an admin. So if I take a screenshot of this doesn't show that I'm an admin. So this is something you also need to do to not get rejected. So on, if you do this, the next business day, you will get an email from Google that then says, congratulations, you are verified on Google, and now you can start managing your knowledge panel. So a lot of people that think verification is this vanity thing because now you can pay for, blue check marks, right? And you can, pay to have a blue check on Facebook, Instagram. You see like the blue check here? A lot of people think this is a vanity thing, and it is on social media. But with Google, why is the blue check mark important? Because then it allows you to manage who you are. So I want you guys all to do this. Go into the web browser, type in Dennis Yu, right? If you do that, you get this whole thing. You see these colored boxes and the other stuff down here, like here's the bio, LinkedIn. It shows the social profiles. It also says, oh, people also look for these other people, right? And there's all this other information, right? This is a knowledge panel. And then if you own the knowledge panel, up here it'll say suggest edits. So on, if you do this tomorrow, I'm like 95% sure Google, and it's free. Google's going to come back and say, you're verified. And now
Uh,
you can come manage this knowledge panel. And if maybe the name is wrong, or maybe some of this information is wrong, you can come in here and suggest edits. Isn't that cool?
Absolutely cool, man. Absolutely cool.
And so this is for you. This is for your friends. Let's say maybe you have an agency, you have a client, then type their name in. Maybe it's a company. Why do you think I'd love to hear Anuran or anyone else here. Why is this important? Why are we starting with this step?
Okay. Anyone out here who wants to go ahead and see like why this is important? Jobin, I would like to give you the chance. Why do you think Jobin this is important?
Sorry.
Can you hear me, Jobin?
Yes.
Yeah, Jobin, why do you think that this knowledge panel is important? That's a question from Tennis.
Yeah, this knowledge panel is important because this gives us an identity. It gives us a proof that we exist and we are the legal authority here. Like we are genuine who is running this or running this page or this platform.
Yeah. And increasingly, there's so much AI generated stuff that it's important to be trustworthy. It's important to show that
Correct.
you are legitimate, right? Because the
Yes.
more stuff there is, the more noise there is out there, the more important it is to be able to show, in this case, Google, that we have the best product. This is who we are. This is not a fake profile, all of these things. I see someone else raise their hand.
Yeah. One
Maybe a
second.
question. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. I'd love to take a question.
Yeah. Yes, Ravi, you can just go ahead.
Hi Dennis. I Is my voice audible? Am I audible?
Yeah, you sound great.
I feel knowledge base is very important because it will help me know what Google really has information about me and what it is showing to the world, so that if there are any wrong information, I can correct that as soon as possible to grow
Yeah.
my outreach.
Yeah, and so when, like you said, when you are showing Google what is true and not true about you, and maybe there's other people with the same name, then Google has more confidence. And so when we come here and do this search, it shows, the confidence score.
Yeah.
And like you would think like Google's so smart or ChatGPT is so smart, it would already know. It doesn't. And you have to structure your information the right way, such that, in this case of Honoron, especially if you have a website, right? This will show up. But let's see. Let's do another search. Let's search for you, Ravi.
Okay.
And that's okay. Don't be embarrassed, right? A lot
No,
of
no,
people,
it's great.
yeah. I want this to be very practical. I don't want to just talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
theoretical things,
Uh,
right? I mean, I can tell you, I made $1 million doing this, I made $1 million doing that, and I could show you examples, but
mm-hmm.
I want this to be relevant to all
Yeah,
of you
yeah.
guys, right? Okay.
I want
And
to
I
see
don't
what.
like to boast or, I'm not into that. Okay. So there's this other
Mhm.
Ravi Anand. Wow, confidence score 379. This person's basically a celebrity, right?
Okay.
I'm going to
Okay.
guess this is not you, but maybe it is, right? Are you a movie director?
Not right
No?
now. Maybe in future it will come.
And that is totally okay. Someone else has the same name, right? So it says there's 21 of these, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Let's just see who this guy is. This looks like somebody else.
Yep.
Okay. So anyone who's like 400 plus is probably a celebrity. Anyone who's over 100 in the confidence score, they're a big deal, right? So you can see usually when they're a big deal, it has a lot of the colored boxes like this, right? Do you know who this
Mm-hmm.
guy is? Looks like he's a big deal, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Here's
It's
other
fine.
information about him, IMDb. And notice that when you have a knowledge panel like this guy, then you own all the results, right? Like this is all him, right? And then people are also asking questions like his movies and his age, and these are probably related to him, right? Other
Acha, I
people,
have,
other
I have one,
actors.
I have one question here.
Yeah.
Like, if I own the knowledge panel, so can I, whatever I write on Google, what I want to show to all the people, can I manage that? If I edit the knowledge panel and what I, or Google will
Yep.
only show what it wants.
Yeah. This
So
is basically saying you have high trust. This is
yeah, yes,
saying
yes,
because you're
yes,
managing this, like all of this is
yes,
actually you. And then
yes.
this ties into anyone that and anything and any object that you're connected to. So maybe you have certain clients, maybe you have other podcast guests, maybe, you have a product, maybe, you are an affiliate or you have an agency and there's a company that's associated with it. So anyone or anything that you are connected to also benefits from this and vice versa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you
Okay.
Google me, people also look at, Neil Patel or Larry Kim or all this. It shows how you are connected to other objects in the knowledge graph, right? Because the
Mm-hmm.
whole point of this big database, which is called the knowledge graph, is what are the relationships and how is it connected together, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm on Anuran's podcast, this also strengthens his podcast. Think of it as like kind of a parallel to having links. Like the whole SEO, the thing about SEO is getting
Yes,
links from
yes. I'm aware of it.
reputable, not just fake links, but quality, relevant, high authority, trustworthy links. This is kind
Mm-hmm.
of like that. It reinforces that. It's a parallel concept to that, right?
Okay, got your point.
Okay.
Mm.
So let's see. This one is not you. It's a 379 confidence score, very high. Now here's one that's lower, 24. Maybe this is you?
Okay, let's check. I don't think so.
Is this you?
No.
No. No. Okay. AWS? No. So why is it important for Google to understand? So anything that you're doing
Mm-hmm.
online, doesn't matter whether it's on TikTok or Google or someone's querying on ChatGPT, because
Right.
people are searching in ChatGPT, right? They're
Mm-hmm.
asking questions, right? You want to be able to show up there. Why is it important that you show up here?
Uh,
This is this
it,
other guy. You know what?
because
This is the first Ravi Anand. Actually, this guy may or may not be the same one.
basically, I
Vice
don't
president.
think I have not posted anything much publicly, so I don't think Google will have any information about me the specific right now. But we can try.
Yeah. And that's okay, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So
that is definitely okay.
yeah. So even if so a lot of people think, okay, knowledge panel, you have to be famous, right? Oh, I'm not trying to be famous. I'm not trying to be an influencer. No, it has nothing to do with that. Oh, I don't have a lot of followers. You don't have to have any followers because you're trying to make an income online. Like you guys all said earlier that you want to increase your income and learn the skills and all this.
Yeah.
You have to show to Google that you are credible. And then you want to be able to do this for your clients, do this for any products that you're working on, do this for friends of yours, do this for your boss, do this for, I mean, I do this all the time just for friends of mine, just because I love elevating people who are successful entrepreneurs, right? People that I admire. And when they're more Googleable, then when I come in and I go to ChatGPT and say, who is this? Or I can say, what do you know about Upcult? Then what questions people ask on ChatGPT should they rank on, right? So in other words, I'm saying when people are searching or people are asking ChatGPT, how do I own that question, right? Ed tech, digital marketing, training, metaverse, NFTs. Okay, so here's some good things here.
Achha, I have one point here. Like
Yeah.
ChatGPT, I think there should must be some privacy rule where ChatGPT will not answer what questions people are asking. Means they will not answer the exact questions, because then ChatGPT is taking the data of what people are saying and showing it to other people. So there must be some privacy or limit which ChatGPT is showing.
Yeah, for certain there is, but think of it this way. Everything is based on this information to determine what's the trustworthy answer to be able to help that user. So watch this. What is the largest digital marketing conference series? I should have said in the world, right? And so when I ask this, the answer is our conference. See? Digimarcon. Is this actually the world's biggest digital marketing conference series? No, it's not. It's actually pretty small. I speak at most of these, right?
Okay.
But why is it saying why? I don't want to say this is like, I don't like to use the term SEO because that assumes like you're trying to trick the search engine, or some people call this GEO, like generative engine optimization. But why would, and I could ask Gemini the same question, right? I'll come here and I'll say, let me just paste this. So let's say for your client or for yourself or for your company, someone says, what is the best product for this particular issue, right? What's the best company for this? What agencies should I hire? People are asking questions. What is the one thing that you want to be recommended when someone asks a question? You see what I'm saying? Why this is important, right? Just like people 20 years ago would say, oh, I want to rank number one for whatever it is in Google. In ChatGPT, what do you want to rank on? And so when we ask Gemini, should give the same answer. Digimarcon, right?
Yep. Yep.
Which is our conference. There's so many conferences that are way bigger than ours, but ChatGPT and Gemini and all the other ones say that they think it's ours.
uh, there might be some tool which helps us compare all the platforms like GPT, Gemini, Bard, and stuff,
Yeah.
which would and show which is the best result or what each are showing. There must
Uh-huh.
be tools like that also, I feel.
Yeah, there's a lot of tools. I'll show you
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
This one you
Okay.
have to pay for. A lot of them you have to pay for.
Yeah, yeah.
So let me show you. Come back over here. Okay. So in the last 30 days, this is one of my sites, Blitzmetrics. I own a lot of sites. And this is the one that's most relevant here because we do a lot of training in digital marketing, right? And you can see 41,000 AI visits in the last 30 days. And to your point, Ravi, you see here ChatGPT has been coming to our site a lot, Bing, Google, Amazon. So all of the different bots are coming lots of times just in the last 30 days. You see this? And because I'm doing training on knowledge panels and personal branding and Facebook ads and dollar a day and all this, there's these different questions and different sources that, in this case, 4,000 pages are being indexed. And they're mentioning us. And sometimes when they put a link in there, people will click on that link that comes from ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini or whatnot. And we've gotten clients off of this because
Got it.
people come to us, right? So I would ask you, the chat, what is the thing that you believe you should rank on? that you should be recommended when someone goes to ChatGPT and asks a question, right?
Means,
I
are
had a
you
friend,
asking? Are you
yeah.
asking what ChatGPT shall tell about me
I'm
when someone?
asking, what do you want to show up as? What do you want to be known for? What do you want to be recommended for? For example, I like to be known for Facebook ads. So often when people say, hey, who's the best in the world at Facebook ads? And they'll say, oh, you should look at Dennis Yu. He's very good at Facebook ads, right?
Yeah, got your question. I want to be known for a man who changed the technology world, who imagined and used the technology. What would happen 5 years later? He did it very earlier, which
Okay.
when no one could imagine that I did. I like to be completely delusional, so he did at a
Okay.
very earlier age. A
Okay.
master of
Now,
technology, if it in summary.
okay. Now you want to be very specific because, you know, obviously like Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk and all these other people, they have done more in changing the technology world than you have, right?
Right
So
now.
say something you want to be, this is where you really have to think about niching and being very specific. All of us have to be very specific.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I'll show you an example. So a friend of mine, he is a plumber in Portland, Oregon. So let's see, no, pest control, Portland, Oregon, right? And here he is, number one in the map results. And here he is, number one in Google search results, right? So
Mhm.
when someone searches for pest control because they have bugs or, they have ants, they have an issue, right? For pest control, he's ranking number one. I don't need to explain to you what is SEO, right? Why is it important to rank number one?
I know that. Mhm.
But the deeper question, which is this thing we're talking about today, is why does Google, of all the many people competing for this, why is he number one? And then if I do the same thing in ChatGPT and I can say, you know, who is the best or top, pest control company in Portland, Oregon? I
Uh,
should probably
I
do this.
I feel that he has really done good work, and people have reviewed, and a lot of reviews must be there which verified. And he
Mhm.
also must have acknowledged his knowledge base, and things would have grown, which showed his authenticity.
Yeah.
That is what I feel.
But look, I did the search in ChatGPT and it
Hmm.
gave other companies,
Yep.
not him. Why is it different? Why
Uh,
doesn't he
I
rank number one here in the AI?
I feel ChatGPT doesn't trust Google entirely. Means it has its own. It searches some other web search sites also. That's why
Yeah.
I feel it. Hmm.
Yeah, well, ChatGPT is also part of OpenAI, and OpenAI is owned by Microsoft, and Microsoft owns Bing. So having stronger results on Bing is different than Google, right? Because Google and Bing are competitors, right? Or Microsoft are competitors, right?
Got it. Got it. Hmm.
Yeah. Now, if I don't rank on ChatGPT for the thing that I want, then I can say, why not? Um, EcoCare. What are these other guys doing that my friend who owns EcoCare can be doing? So that's the thing people don't understand. I want you guys to understand if you are trying to solve a problem, you can ask it, hey, help me solve the problem, right? And like, yeah, EcoCare, we're doing pretty well. We have a lot of Google reviews, all these things you mentioned, Ravi, right? But these other guys are doing a little bit better in branding, and these guys are huge companies. Orkin and Terminix, these are like billion-dollar size companies, right? They're the biggest in the industry. This guy operates, my friend, he operates just in Portland, Oregon, right? These other guys are way bigger because they're a national chain. So it's giving me feedback on things that I can do to try to rank because I'm asking, so what are the signals you're using that you recommended these other companies? You can ask ChatGPT that. You can't ask Google that, which is interesting, right? So ChatGPT is actually better for SEO because it gives you feedback and it tells you the sources. And there's less of a privacy concern here, right? It's more helpful. Google used to be very helpful, right? Facebook used to be
Dennis,
super helpful.
yeah,
Yeah.
just a question by Jobin. So Jobin was asking like, how can like he go ahead and like make his first $1,000 with like Facebook ad agencies or the dollar a day strategy? He was asking this question.
Well, to make your first dollar with Facebook ads, you need to have a client, right?
Okay.
And to have a client, you have to have trust. And to have trust, you have to have relationships and a niche and whatnot. So, uh, the Jobin, what area would you like to be an expert in Facebook ads? What industry do you want to do this in?
Events and marketing,
What kind of marketing?
corporate events
Corporate
and
events?
brand.
Okay.
Yeah, and branding.
Okay. So let's see. I'm going to type your name in.
RGHES.
JOBINVARGHESE. Okay. So I'm going to say Jobin is a, a friend of mine, and he wants to do Facebook ads for corporate event marketing. Tell me everything that you know about him and how can he get more clients to be able to do this? Ideally, he's done this many times for other events, so he's got great results that will then create reputation and word of mouth and referrals. And ideally, he shared how he does event marketing, getting people to register, bringing the right kinds of attendees, that he has a great relationship with the people who are running these events so that other people who are friends of existing clients via the word of mouth effect are wanting to work with him. And if you have any questions where you need help from me, I'll answer that. And help me help you help Jobin be able to get more clients and make more money through his corporate marketing. Maybe, if he's published a book or if he's done some YouTubes or some webinars that will then attract clients by demonstrating expertise, find that as well. And I want you to think hard. So I said think hard. So now it's going to take a few minutes to find everything because you see that like Jobin, when you're doing Facebook ads for clients, it's the reputation that is actually more important than the skill because they don't know really how to evaluate whether you're good at Facebook ads or not, right? So they go based on reputation and friends and experience and things like this, right?
Okay.
So now it's doing a search for you, but let's also do a search. And especially if you're using Facebook ads, then you probably need to rank on Facebook too, right? If you're doing Facebook ads and, you know, you need to show uh, VARGHESE.
GHES.
Okay. Is this you?
No.
Which one is you?
Scroll down.
See more?
Yes.
Okay. Wow, a lot of people with the same name.
More down.
This one? No.
No, no,
This one? No.
no, no. More down. The more problems. I wasn't aware about it.
Wow, so many.
It's,
None of these are you?
no, I have a hat and standing. No,
So if you want to show that you're reputable in Facebook ads, then you need to be connected with other people who are pros in Facebook ads, because then people say like, oh, wow, this guy is clearly he's connected with other people who are good at Facebook ads, so he's good at Facebook ads, right?
no, no,
Wow, so many of these Jobins. Not one of these is you?
no, I'll tell you.
This appears to have a lot of competition, right? But wouldn't
Yeah,
it be nice if if you rank number one on your name,
correct.
then it's going to be easier for people to find you, easier to get clients. Especially if
Exa-
you want to claim that you're good at Facebook, you should be showing up on Facebook, right?
Correct. I'm
You
there, but
understand the point of why we're doing this, right? Because
correct,
if I were to hire you, let's say I have an event, and I want to hire you, I'm going to look you up. And I can't find you, right?
Yes, yes.
Wow. How many of them are there? There's like hundreds. Really? You have that common a name? I wouldn't have thought. This seems like a unique name, but I'm in America. What do I know? You know? None of
Correct.
these are you?
No.
Wow. There's must be like hundreds. Really?
Yes.
None of these?
No, sir.
You have a hat, you said?
You can
Yes.
just drop your Facebook link, Jobin.
Yeah, put the link in there.
I think
Yes.
Rohan has a question for you, Dennis. And this question is
Yeah.
a very simple thing, which is like Rohan wants to ask, like, how can he become a billionaire? Because you have always hang around with billionaires, Dennis. So you want to ask like how he can become a billionaire. He's already
Okay.
he's already like a very he's doing very big events in India and all across Dubai. So he's a very
Yeah.
well name.
Yeah.
Rohan, so he
Yeah.
wanted to ask that.
Yeah, I just
It's
wanted to
so
know
funny.
how
Yeah.
can I, reach to a billionaire club?
How can you be a billionaire? Okay.
Yeah,
So, do you guys know Naveen Jain? He's a friend of mine. He's a billionaire.
yeah.
And we were having lunch one time in Las Vegas, and we don't want to have lunch in a public place because people always are coming up. We're trying to have lunch and have a discussion, and people come up, and their first question all the time is, "How do I become a billionaire?" Because Naveen's a billionaire. I'm not, but he is, right? And he's always, polite, but his answer is create $100 billion worth of value, right? Solve a problem that's worth 100 billion, and then you can make a billion. You want to be a millionaire? Solve a problem that creates $100 million of value, right? And then you can have a million. You can have a little piece of it. So it always goes back to creating value. If I want to make, $1,000 a month, then I should create $10,000 a month of value for someone else or a bunch of someone else's, 10 people that I'm creating $1,000 worth of value with, I'll be able to make, $1,000, across all of them, right? Each. So I get my 10,000. So I would ask you, Rohan,
Yeah.
and the same thing that Naveen would ask is, okay, you want to be a billionaire. What is the big problem you're going to solve that's worth $100 billion?
Nowadays, I feel the total industry nowadays, it's not a product selling industry. Nowadays, people are selling ideas and making money out of it. So
Yeah,
probably if I can have some idea wherein I can solve a lot of people's problem under one roof, under one
yeah,
umbrella, probably maybe through a
yeah.
e-commerce setup.
Okay. But what's the thing you're doing now that creates value that can scale?
Currently, I'm into a lot of multiple businesses. I'm into e-commerce industry only. I'm doing network marketing. I'm into network
Okay.
marketing. I have a lot of big network over here in India and multiple
Okay.
countries.
Well, you
And
understand how to grow network marketing. You have more
sorry,
people. You understand how to
yeah,
grow in network marketing. You
yeah,
have more people that are part of your group, and each of those people sells more, right?
true, true,
So to
yeah,
get to $1 billion, you have to do a lot of, you have to have a pretty big audience, and each of them has to be doing a lot of selling and then a lot of selling to a lot of selling, right?
yeah,
So you need to be the example that attracts other people because the core of network marketing is that you want to have a lifestyle with freedom and income to be able to do all the things that you want and you're your own boss, right? That's the whole point of network marketing.
yeah,
And you have a lot
true.
of people to follow you.
Oh,
So who are the other people? Let's see. Here, I'll show you something. So I'll go to my Google Photos, which is showing everything that I've ever done, every picture, like I spoke at a mastermind yesterday. You can
mhm.
see like, here's all these other people. And a couple of them they're almost billionaires. They're not billion, they're like 100 millionaires, not quite billionaires, but that's okay, right? This guy here was the one I was telling you about. Actually, he's almost a billionaire. Close. He wrote a book, right? We have a meeting on Tuesday.
Okay,
And let me show you. So you should, on your phone when you're meeting with really cool people, you want to have information. So my buddy Vivek, you may know him in India. He's the largest digital marketer, and he
okay,
sold his company, Connect to, and you can see, he and we were in Mumbai last year, was it? Right?
great. I am from
And
Mumbai only.
oh, fantastic. But So if I wanted to do stuff among other Indian entrepreneurs in digital marketing, I would definitely want to connect with someone like him who's arguably one of the very best, right? Sold his company, or yeah, communicate to, and he's super connected with other people in the space. So all these other windows are in the place, right? So we're in Mumbai, we're eating at restaurants, and if I wanted people to join my network marketing company or join my agency or become a client, then I want to show that I have a good relationship with other people that they would respect. And I could show other billionaires that I know in America, but that wouldn't be maybe as relevant. Well, there's only 2,300 billionaires in the world, right? But so I know, surprising, like I've met like 100 of them. That's crazy, you know? But I could show like, maybe I could show that I've been in India, oh, to Taj Mahal, right? Look, there's a Taj Mahal a couple of years ago, right? You could tell this is 2022. This is Fat Dennis. I've lost a lot of weight since then. People, they'll say like, Dennis, I can't believe how much weight you've, because you can see like 3 years ago how fat I was, right? At the Taj Mahal or other places in India. So you just want to show that you're well, you're trustworthy. And here we're putting on some digital marketing training with I forgot who she is, but she's basically the dean at one of the largest universities in India, right? Maybe you know who she is, right? But think about how this applies to you. How can you leverage relationships here? I'm speaking at a conference somewhere in India, I guess, right? I don't know where this is, right? Boarding passes, Air India. Is this Air India? British Airways? What is this? Can't
This
tell
is
what.
Indigo. This is Indigo.
Indigo,
6
okay. See, right? But all of these are showing that I have. You guys know where this ashram is? This is like a famous place, right? Look, this is Alex Berman and I. This is Fat Dennis. Look at how fat I am, right? And
Karoli Baba. It's the Neem Karoli Baba ashram. Very popular.
but you see, so if you want to make an impact in the world of network marketing, who are the people that you need to show so that people are attracted to you and show that you're credible? Do you see what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
Right? And often it's just as simple as showing that you have relationships with certain people or you've been to those places, or if you're helping people sell certain products, you need to show that you have relationships with the people who have done those products. Like I have a lot of friends who are wanting to be professional athletes, and when I show that I've done a lot of work with Nike and Adidas, then that gives a lot of credibility. So Nike's headquarters is in Beaverton, Oregon. And I can show that I've been at Nike's headquarters many times. I bring friends who are athletes. You can't take pictures inside Nike's buildings, except for the gym. But when we're having meetings inside Nike, they're like very, very, you know, because they have like models and prototypes of like new shoes and things like that. So we have all these pictures on the outside, right? Like this. So all of this shows that I have credibility with Nike. If I were to say, hey, I'm an expert in LinkedIn lead gen. Well, wouldn't it be nice if I showed that I'm friends with other people that are good at this? People that I would think are competitors are not actually competitors. They're colleagues because they're doing something slightly different than me. So if I show my relationship with them, that actually enhances my authority. And they're not competitors. They're people who can help me because they increase my authority, right? Like this guy here is 6'3". He is one of the world's highest vertical jumps. He can hit his head on the rim, which is crazy, right? In basketball. He's not a competitor of mine. And I'm always trying to create good experiences for friends of mine. So if you show that you're doing that, and if you do a corporate event marketing and you're at a number of corporate events, then this shows that you live and breathe this and you're credible. If you're with other organizers of corporate events, right? That shows you're credible. And then this gets turned into blog posts, into ads. You put it on your website. And then someone else who's holding a corporate event, they'll say, wow, this guy's done a lot of corporate events. It sounds like this is what he does all day long, right? So I'd say, Rohan, how does that apply to you? How can you show more credibility in what you're doing? And when you do that at scale with the top people, that's your path to becoming a billionaire. Now, I'm not a billionaire, so I cannot give you advice credibly, but I've been around a lot of other billionaires and people have asked them the question, how do you become a billionaire? So I'm sharing the answer that they've told me, right?
I have one more question to you. Currently I am making 10K dollar,
Okay.
$10,000 per month. Right? I want to scale
Oh,
it to
congrats.
$50,000. How can I
Okay.
scale it to 50,000?
Okay, so you want to scale your $10,000 to $50,000 or
$50,000.
$100,000 a month. Well, the
Yeah.
best thing is you mentioned you have a lot of businesses. So take the one that's performing the best. It's always, maybe you have one that does 7,000, one that does 2,000, one that does 1,000. It's always better to multiply the thing that is doing the best because that's where you have existing leverage. A lot of people who are not making very much money, maybe they're only making a few $1,000s a month, they try to scale something that's small. And I'm a big fan of multiplying something that's already big, you know? You can take zero and multiply that by a million and you still have zero. So I would ask you, Rohan, what is the thing that's doing the best so we can multiply that?
So for me, the best thing currently, which I'm making money through is network marketing. Plus second, the
Okay.
salon industry. I have a lot of salons also.
You own a lot of salons.
Yeah, so it's
Okay, so what is I like local, by the way. I'm a bigger fan of local than network marketing or e-commerce, even though there is scale, it's just more competitive in those other areas, right? Local, there's much less competition. So what's the name of the salon? Or you could
Shaurose
type it.
salon. Shaurose. Shaurozz. ROZZ.
Okay,
Shaurose salon.
salon. Okay. So is
Uh,
this one?
uh,
All these
not
ones?
the Instagram, the Shaurose salon, unisex.
This one?
The below one,
Oh, okay. Go
not
back.
this one. Instagram.
This one?
Basically, we are on Instagram.
There's three Instagrams. Which one is it? Is that all you?
That's this one. This one. Click on this one. The
That
right hand
one?
side, you can see the photo.
Okay.
This one.
We
This
get
is
the right
the
one?
yeah.
Okay. All right. And then the one, okay.
SHAU.
Oh, I spelled SHAU. Okay.
Showrose.
Yeah. This one?
Yeah, this one. Perfect.
Okay. Okay, good.
The right hand side of the picture was the same one.
All right, this is you. Okay,
Uh,
fantastic.
yeah.
4.8 stars, 805 reviews.
Yeah. The same one.
Why don't you have the website listed here? People are looking for all these other salons. Okay. So,
In salon
hairdresser.
industry, basically, if the customer is happy, satisfied, they keep coming to us.
Okay.
It's a
So then
locally based.
from
That's
here,
the reason probably I did not have thought of as of now to create my own website.
is this what we want to rank on?
Need to check now. I don't know.
Who's the best salon?
Best salon in Thane.
Is it Thane?
Thane. Yes, perfect. It's the same. Thane,
Okay.
India.
Okay. So I'm going to ask this question in Google and I'm going to ask it
Okay.
in ChatGPT, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Hopefully it says Show Rose is the first one, right? If it's not, let's figure out why, right?
Hopefully, NV. Okay, NV.
But then best salon for what? You're known for what? There's many kinds of hairdressers, right? Do you know who these other guys are? Have you heard of them?
Yeah, yeah, I know Kapil Salon.
Okay. So how are you different? What is okay, so I'm going to
Different as in we have our own 2 or 3 different hairstylists. They are
okay.
basically the award winner. Then people keep coming because of they have a good credibility in the market.
Okay.
Plus also the nail work they do, little bit of nail work.
Nail work, okay.
Nail work.
Yeah. wants to be a billionaire
Yeah.
by scaling this salon. What might he do specifically? And then there's going to be a URL for this Chiro salon. And I think we saw it on the Instagram. Here it is. Okay. Okay. Welcome to Chiro's, where beauty meets artistry. All right. So you don't have much going on the Google side of things, except for your Google My Business.
True.
So this is something that all of you guys here can apply to local businesses, which is my favorite thing to do. So this is, if I take this information about what's going on here, this is not even text. Why can't I copy this? You don't have enough information.
Yeah, not enough information.
This
That is what I told
website
you.
sucks.
It's a locally based business basically.
No,
Situated in
I
Thane
love local
only.
business. Local is easy to win in local. That's why I like local so much.
But
Okay.
over here through salon business, if I create multiple branches in franchisee, then only the $1 billion is possible.
Yeah, I love franchising. We work with a lot of folks who own many locations.
Currently, what we have done now, since we have salons,
Yeah,
we have also created academy
yeah.
recently. And through academy also, we are targeting different students in different
Okay.
areas.
Yeah, I see. Franchise model, make it a franchise system, go across India. Think Taj, powered by Shiro's. I like that. So you need these partnerships, right?
Yeah.
And I like how they said here,
Touch wood.
nail the foundation. You see, most people are not going to understand the joke, the humor here, right? Nail the foundation. I love it. You know, the thing has a sense of humor if you pay attention, right? Monetize beyond the chair. Yeah. E-commerce products. Have a Chiro's Gold membership. Unlimited blow dries, facials, right?
Yeah.
It was all very good. Now, most people, you can ask questions of ChatGPT and it's going to be helpful, right? But
Right.
to really unlock the power, you have to come in and give it other data. You have to give it more context. So in this case here, this website doesn't have any power. It doesn't rank on any keywords. And it
That
doesn't
is
have
what
any
I told you. We don't
rating.
use this much. We don't use.
Okay. But this
Just
will help.
create it.
Yeah. But if you improve the website and then you connect your LinkedIn and connect all these other, your Google My Business to the website, that's going to help all the other channels, you see?
Yeah.
And it'll also help in ChatGPT. The website, I think, is arguably the most important one. I mean, you should still I think you have it here, like a YouTube. Yeah, you have a YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Here, let's go to your Twitter. Oh, no, this isn't even, those are, yeah, you see here? Whoever put this up didn't put links. None of these go anywhere. See, yeah, you see? They just go to, you see the URL, if you mouse over, it says FB click ID is this. So someone just put up a template. You see when you mouse over in the bottom left, it shows where that URL goes. They all go to FB click ID equals, it just goes to the home page in FB click ID, whatever, right? So what you'd want to do is, you want to be a billionaire, you have to improve this across all the different channels. And also you see like you have these services, you've got to be able to show information about each of the services. So you said nails and blow drying and whatnot. So here's services for man, for woman. Okay. There's not enough information, right? Haircut, hair color. This is not one of your clients, is it? This doesn't look like someone who's local, right? Where is this coming from? Let's do a reverse image search. Where else is this guy? All right, so this guy is in all these other places, right? So you want to use real images. All you guys who are doing e-commerce or doing anything on the web, or same for Facebook, show real pictures for that client or real pictures for your business. Not this, because this is showing all these other, let's see, like this one with the guy getting his beard trimmed. Where else is this? Or is this unique to Shoros? And you can see this is used other places, right? You see why that's important, Rohan? Yeah, okay. Hey, I don't mean to be criticizing you, but you want to be a billionaire, you have to fix all these things, right? You want to expand. Yeah. I can show you a lot of folks I work with that have many locations. You know, whether it's restaurant locations or different services or, you know, yeah, like the brands. Let's see. L'Oreal. Okay. Canine Botox. All right. So you have to show more information about each of these. So show the different stylists as they're using different products from your L'Oreal. Otherwise, you just have this page and gmail.com. All right. Yeah, you need to build out this website, right? Yeah. And I know you said like you haven't really focused on the website. So yeah, there's no trust coming in. It doesn't rank on anything because it doesn't really have any content. You had some content and some traffic a couple months ago and then it died, but basically zero. So let's see, pages. Okay. Well, I know you have a few pages, but there's some things that are goofed up. So, you know, if you get all of this evidence of you doing what you're doing, like I was showing you here, like in my Google Photos of, you know, by I know how we doing on time? On and on. We're at an hour
Yeah, we
now.
have
So-
another 20 minutes.
So can you give me a foolproof plan? How can I grow my earnings?
Yeah.
Super.
You just go to ChatGPT and say, here's your plan right here,
Okay.
right? And then if you want more, then you can say, this is a good start. We'd like to give Rohan a foolproof plan in detail that he can execute. And I really want him to succeed. I want it to be detailed. I want to leverage where he has the most trust. For example, he's got a lot of great reviews. I think he's 4.8 stars at 500 some reviews on Google. And I want you to think hard and put it into a Canvas document that I can share with him. Okay. And now it's going to take a few minutes and it'll come back and give us this detailed plan and I'll put it into the chat and you can go use it. Do you see what
Yeah.
I'm doing with ChatGPT? Most people
Yeah.
don't know how to use ChatGPT. They think they know, but notice how I'm giving it context and I'm speaking to it and I'm giving it all the sort of related details instead of just like help my hair salon rank better. Okay, well, that's not enough information, right? I want to be a billionaire. That's not enough information, right? You see?
Yeah.
And so the more information it has, and not just because I tell it, because I talk to it for like a whole paragraph of context, but if it can find this information, then like if it because it can pull this information here, but if there's no information about the business, how can it really give you good advice, right? And that's why we started this training by saying, if I Google you, I Google your company, or you know, can I find this information? And for you saw, for most of you guys, I can't find this information. So how, even if the AI is super smart, if it doesn't have the information about, you know, Ravi, it has this other Ravi versus this Ravi, it really can't do that good of a job, right? You see why we're starting with, let's establish this base of information about your business and you can grow it. Whether it's an e-commerce agency, you do Facebook ads, you have the salon, like we have to start with the basis of information because that's what powers Google, powers GPT, you know, all of these things. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
So now it has this luxury grade results at honest prices, powered by elite training and obsessive consistency. That's what you say, right?
Right.
And now you want to open more locations. Direct consumer memberships, all of this. Okay. Here's your 12-month plan. You can read this just as well as I can. This is good. Yeah, get repeat customers to come back, you know, make sure your CRM and automation is good. They develop a relationship with a particular stylist. You grow the personal brands of each of those stylists, right? This is pretty good. So now I'm just
Yeah.
going to share this. I'll put this into the chat.
Yeah, one more question I have. My main source of income is basically from network marketing, and using those network marketing, I have created multiple sources. But the problem
Great.
which I face in network marketing is that earning is everything is good, but most of the time when people got signed up in the business, right, there is always a 80-20 ratio.
It's even worse than 80-20 with
Yeah,
network
it is.
marketing. With
Yeah,
network
that is what.
marketing,
By the
you
time
have
it
100
comes to
people sign
the
up and only 2 people follow through. You know this.
exactly by the time it comes to the second and the third year, 80,
Yeah.
20, 80, 20, 80, 20, and the remaining one is only 2 or 3 people at the end of the 2 or 3 years. So my
But that
question
is
to
the
you is
nature of network marketing. You have to have more people in.
true, but if I have
You're
to
never going to
retain,
improve that percentage of people who are succeeding. It's always low because
true, but
everyone
if
wants
I
to get
can,
rich, but
that is
people
what I'm
don't
saying.
follow through.
But if I can retain those people, if I can bring down those ratio, my income will go up, right? My income will scale up from 10K to probably 15K to 20K in network marketing
Sure,
itself. So if I have to
sure.
retain those people, what I have to do basically?
Give them more value, help them build their personal brands because network marketing is all about the relationships that you have. If these people aren't Googleable, if they're not on Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram and whatnot, then they can't recruit other people. They can't sell more products. This is the most common issue in network marketing, right?
And if I have to use any online method for this, is it possible? Is there any
Yeah.
online method I can retain people?
So the reason why people would join you for this network marketing company versus all the other people that are promoting is that you create unique value. So do what Anuran's doing here and have regular webinars. Bring people together. Bring them together with events if you can to meet them in person. Honor those people who are the most successful. I mean, this is all like very standard in network marketing, right?
True. Yeah.
You know to do this. Who are the
Yeah.
other people that you know that are very successful in network marketing? Why don't you connect with them? Honor them. Even if there's, competitors or they're in different, they sell different products. That's what network marketing is.
True.
You know that. Who am I to be telling you this, right? I know some people who are billionaires in network marketing. I'll show you what they do. They're friends of mine. Okay, so in the chat, I just shared this link. I don't know if this will come through, but I can turn this into a document as well. Um, This is probably going to be too big. I'll just copy. This will be, I apologize in advance. I'm just going to put this in here. There we go. I'm going to paste it there. Okay. Or this document here. Copy. How do I copy this? Where's the thing? It's a good plan. It's not bad, right?
Yeah.
The question is, just like with network marketing, you have all these people that want to make money online. How many people actually follow through and do the things that you recommend? Like almost none, That's the
True.
problem.
That is the problem.
Yeah. So just most people, they just don't do anything. They want to be rich, they don't do anything. I've taught a lot of webinars. People say all sorts of things, and I know that 99% of people don't do anything. Okay. So I'm gonna put this into the chat so all you guys can see this. There it is. Okay. There, I put into the chat. And also with network marketing, you need to build a personal brand because if you show that you're successful in making money, that's why other people sign up for your program, right?
True.
So you need to be Googleable.
Googleable.
Rohan, I need to be able to find you. There's a lot of Rohans, right?
Yeah.
How do people find you, right?
True. But basically, network marketing, it is all about word of mouth, right?
Yeah.
So
Which means you have to
we
be
get
Googleable.
lot
They have
of
to be able to find you on
prospects. We get lot
social.
of prospect using word of mouth only at the end of.
Yeah. But
It
word of
is
mouth means that you understand what this everything we've talked about today is exactly what you need, right?
true.
Okay. We only have a few minutes left. So, Anuran, what should we do?
Can we have the last? I just want to ask you some questions, which is the most common questions out here.
Okay.
And if you can.
So I want to ask, just wanted to know your journey. How did you reach to this level? How did you become so big? So that I can replicate the same.
Well, I'm just an ordinary guy. I'm not smarter. I'm not a harder worker. I'm just very lucky. And everyone I know who's made a lot of money or been successful, they'll tell you honestly that they're very lucky because they had some mentors. And when you are around other people who are very successful, it sounds simple, but people don't know this. And you create value for them and you honor them in a mentorship, you're an apprentice and they mentor you because, they could mentor anybody. And all these people that I know that are really, really successful, there's a lot of people that are trying to get their time. So why would any of the, like I had the CEO of American Airlines as a mentor. That's how my career started. I'm a nobody, right? And he basically took this 21-year-old kid and said, let me, help you grow your career. Let me introduce you. Let me do all these things. But there's thousands of people that would want to have this mentorship. So why would this guy want to mentor me? It's because I was honoring him. He wrote a book called Casey's Law. I read his book. I made a review about it. He gave me little assignments to work on because he's, a very busy man. He's meeting with presidents of the United States and the CEO of Goldman Sachs, and he had the CEO of Allstate Insurance, which is, I think, the largest insurance company in the United States. And he's working with this guy, and so I was always trying to create value before I was ever asking for any money. And so that caused me to stand out. I think, that he said, "Oh, Dennis, you have such a good smile. You could sell toothpaste," right? And I was always just trying to be very helpful, anything I could do to make life easier for him. And so he would just continue to give me assignments and I would do them. And then he would say, "Hey, I'm gonna go have dinner with the CEO of Allstate Insurance. Would you like to come?" Oh, yes, I would like to come. I would like to, but I have no value. You know, I'm at dinner with him and this other big CEO. And of course, I'm just some kid. What am I going to say? Like try to boast about how much I know? I have nothing to say. I'm nobody, okay? But I'm there and I'm listening. I'm paying attention. I'm not talking very much because a lot of people they want to talk, 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 and no one wants to be around those people, right? So I think literally just being a good person around people that you respect. And because I wanted to be an entrepreneur, I wanted to do digital marketing. And like I said, hey, you know, I'm I'm good at building websites. I like to build websites. So he introduced me to other people. Like there was another CEO of a $1 billion company, Raytheon, which is in the United States, one of the biggest defense companies, right? Multi-billion-dollar company. And he said, "Hey, this young genius, Dennis, he's really good at building websites. He should build your website," right? So I built a lot of websites. I built the website for AmericanAirlines.com, right? It's a big website. Of course, I left there 30 years ago, so things have changed, but I built a reputation with people who were very influential that I was good at building websites. And so because I did a decent job. If you look at the websites I built 30 years ago, of course, they're terrible. You can, make fun of them. But back then, that was the best you could do? And this reputation built, and I was always trying to take care of these people, doing the best job that I could. And it literally is that simple. Look at interviews with Jensen Huang, who owns the most valuable company in the world, NVIDIA. And when you read, you watch his interviews on YouTube or whatever, he says the same thing. Now I'm nothing compared to Jensen Huang or these other people, but I believe in the same things. And when you ask these people how they succeeded, this guy worked at Denny's. He was a server at Denny's, and he, moved dishes around as a busboy before he became a billionaire, right? And it's so funny because I've been very lucky to be around other people who are billionaires, and they all say the same thing. They're all servant leaders. They're all very helpful. They have a mindset of abundance, and that attracts other people, and people really respect that. And so I try my very best to honor these other people that have mentored me and have been good to me. And that's why I'm here. I'm not selling you anything. I'm giving you everything I know, trying to be as helpful as possible, right? Everything that has been poured into me, I'm trying to do the same for you guys. And I think if you adopt that same mentality, you don't have to be a billionaire to start helping other people and to show that you're that kind of person with that respect, because there's so many people who have no respect and have no integrity because they just want to move fast and make money and they don't care about relationships. But I think when you show you're a relationship-oriented person, that's how you stand out. And you're known by your relationships, right? It really is that simple. I spend all my time honoring people that have been good to me because I'm so grateful. Everything I've ever had. People say, "Oh, well, Dennis is so smart or is a genius or whatever." Like, no, everything I've ever had is because someone else believed in me, even though I'm nobody. I'm just some random guy. But some people have taken an interest in me and have taught me and have opened up opportunities for me. And there's, "Oh, Dennis is the best at Facebook ads," or "He's really good at SEO," or like, I mean, maybe I'm good, but the most important thing is other people have mentored me, and I'm always honoring those people. And it just so happens to be that some of those people are billionaires. And so when billionaires say good things about me, I attract more opportunities, if that makes sense. Does that help?
Yeah.
Yeah. So who do you know that you can be of service to, that are, people that are very successful, that you want to be like, that have done the thing that you want to do? And so think about, like, if I didn't develop a reputation initially as being good at building websites, then how would people be able to recommend me? So think about what you should be known for. You should be known for, like, the guy who's really good at Facebook ads for corporate events, or the person who serves plumbers and makes the phone ring for plumbers, or the person who sells this, is really good at driving sales for this kind of e-commerce product. And then other people who have that kind of product, like, oh, well, I should do, I have a similar product. I should hire so-and-so, to do that for me. Jobin, maybe, Jobin does something, or Ravi, or, what is the thing you want to be known for? And be good at that. And so that other people say, oh, yeah, network marketing, oh, you should join Rohan's group, right? Because he's really good at that. You see?
Yes.
So what are you going to do, Rohan?
I will follow whatever you're saying. I'm
And all of you guys here, do you agree? Does that resonate with you? Was there value here? I'd love to put into the chat. Like, let me know. What do you think? Was this valuable? One to 10. 10 is valuable, very valuable. 1 is this is a total waste of time. Let me know. What do you think?
No, it's valuable.
Be
Definitely.
honest. Put a number 1 to 10 in the chat. Because I want you to be able to take action. I don't want you to think, oh, well, I don't make, $10,000 a month like Rohan, so this doesn't apply to me. Oh, Kushi said 5. Why is it only a 5, Kushi? How do we make it a 10? I'm giving you the best I have, you know? I'm I'm just some random guy, but I'm giving you the best I know. Everyone else is a 10 except for Kushi. Okay. Well, you can't please everybody, I guess, huh? Do you have ideas on making money in foreign exchange? Find other people that are making money in Forex and follow them. Interview them on your podcast. That creates an audience. Then people want to sign up for your program, right? Because people who sign up for Forex, they want to make money. So there's lots of people selling Forex. How do you stand out? Because you have great information and because you have a great network with other people that are successful, interviewing other people that are making money in foreign exchange. Oh, she said, I put it accidentally. Okay, good. So everyone's a 10. You're a very loyal and truth person. Okay, VJ says a 6. All right, VJ, why is it a 6? Why are you not happy? What question do you have that's not answered? So everyone's a 10 except for VJ. And that's okay. If it's a 6, it's a 6. But can we not improve that? How to be abundant in the field of mental health. That's good, Mamta. I would ask ChatGPT that question. Give a far better answer than me. Thank you, Ravi. I got up early for you guys. I normally go to bed really late, but I had to wake up early because, I know 8 p.m. India is 7:30 a.m. Pacific. So I'm in Las Vegas today. Oh, because I'm unable to understand. I know I'm speaking English, not speaking Hindi, and I also speak fast. I apologize. I'm new at the digital world. You're in the right place. There's most of what we talked about here today is fundamentals, like how to use ChatGPT. It's free, right? But you have to learn to have a conversation and have the conversation in Hindi or whatever language you want to have it in. I was just showing how to do it in English because that's my main language. Thank all of you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for spending time with me on a Sunday night. There's a lot of things you could be doing on a Sunday night. Yeah. I'd love to turn your cameras on. Do a thumbs
All right,
up,
come
right?
on,
Let me
guys.
know.
Switch on the cameras and let's take a beautiful photo with the one and only Dennis Hume, our friend. Guys, come on, guys. Switch on the cameras and let's take a photo.
All right. Thumbs up.
Everyone, thumbs up. Come on. Lovely, folks. Lovely. This is crazy, man. This is the amount of love we want from every one of you guys to go ahead and put it.
And if you want to reach out to me, I'm happy to, connect with you. I want to help everybody. I have a Facebook group. It's called Digital Marketing with Dennis Yu. I'm in there. You can introduce yourself, ask any question you want in that group, and I will personally respond to it. Digital Marketing with Dennis Yu. There's 40,000 people in there, but most people, like we talked about with Rohan, they have aspirations, but they never take any action. It's crazy, Like
Yeah.
a lot of the people that are successful, they're willing to help you, but you have to actually be there. Most people, they don't, you give them recommendations, they don't do anything. So I'll put the link in here.
Sure.
There's the link. I put it into the group. But join the group and introduce yourself. Say what your goal is. Say who you are, right? Say something that shows that you have a personality, that you're fun, right? That you're interesting, you provide value. And then you can start asking questions and other people will help you. I'll help you. I'm going to see you guys win. Yeah.
All right.
I'd love to see 1,000 millionaires in Anuran's group because that's what grows the group further. You see more people succeeding. We need more Rohans, right? I want
Absolutely.
to see next time we talk, I'm going to see you at $50,000 a month. There's a lot of money out there that's yours. You just need to make it yours, right? Then money is yours, Rohan. And even if a lot of people here I see in the chat, you're saying it's, you're basic and you're new. There's no better time than right now. Now is such a good time to do because of the ChatGPT is, it's all new, this AI thing. This feels to me like 25 years ago when the internet first started to become bigger. This new opportunity that just opened up. It's not too late. The timing is perfect right now. All of you guys have the opportunity to make $10,000 a month. There is lots of money out there. None of you guys are competitors with each other. It's wide open. Ask anyone who's successful. They will tell you this is true.
Dennis, you have got a very good answer. Someone said you have a positive smile.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right.
And don't take life too seriously. When you're a good person and you're making connections, that shows, like, look at Rohan's great smile, right? That means people want to work with him. If Rohan was frowny and like sour and like people don't want to join his group, right? You got to have fun with good people. That's why you want to surround yourself with good people who are successful and who are happy and want to give. I mean, this energy, karma, whatever you want to call it, it's a real thing, right? It really is.
Someone said you're so cute, Sergi. All right. Thank you, Dennis. I think it was
Thank
a
you, guys.
worthwhile you. So, guys, can we unmute every one of you, and every one of you can go ahead and share something for this man and just say a big thank you to the one and only Dennis Yu. Please, everyone.
Thank you
I
so
want to
much.
unmute every one of you and
Thank
say
you
give
so
them a
Thank you
big
much.
so
Thank
much.
you so
Thank
much,
you.
Dennis.
Lovely
Yes,
person.
Lovely having you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you, Dennis. So it was a pleasure meeting from my side to you. I hope to get it again, and I hope you also had a great time with all of these people out
I had
here.
a great time. It's an honor. I'm glad you reached out and, let's do it again. And I'd like to honor people that are actually taking action, right? Let me know.
Sure.
I want to see you guys grow. There's so much money out there. There's so much opportunity. Doesn't matter if you're new. I want to see you guys win.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dennis. It was a nice meeting
All
you.
right.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye. All right. So